Stop, please, and add to your recall on a new branch for 15 seconds. Go back to the same section and read it. You have 10 seconds. Ready? Begin. Stop, please, and recall for 20 seconds.
Hello, family and friends. How are you? Welcome.
The next section is a little longer.
We have
You'll
lesson
have
here.
10 seconds to preview it. Limit your purpose. Just look for the main thing it's about. Ready? Begin. Stop, please, and add to your recall on the new branch for 15 seconds. Go back to the same section and read it. You'll have 20 seconds. Ready? Begin. Stop, please, and add to your recall for 20 seconds. Are you ready for the next section? It's the longest one. Take 15 seconds to preview it. Ready? Begin. Go back to the same section and read it. You have 30 seconds. Ready? Begin. Stop, please, and add to your recall Now let's move on to the next subhead. Take 10 seconds to preview it. Ready? Begin. Stop and add to your recall on a new branch. Now go back and read that section. You have 20 seconds. Ready? Begin. Now for the last section, take 15 seconds to preview and find out what it's about. Ready? Begin. Stop and recall on a new branch.
Oh, come on. Everything already. You.
Now go back
What do you
and
mean?
read the section for 30 seconds. Ready? Begin.
That's not good, question. What do you mean, man? Gracious Sam, how are you doing?
Stop, please. If you want to add anything to your recall pattern, take another 30 seconds to do so. Proceed.
I don't know. I can't answer. Why?
Stop, please. Basically, you have completed the studying of this material. If you wanted to go further, the next step would be to reorganize your recall pattern to give the information a new organization. This really helps you to retain it, and after that, when you wish to review, merely practice repeat your recall pattern from memory.
Thank you.
For an example of the recall pattern reconstructed, turn the page in your guidebook. This is not the best way, it's just another way. The more original and constructive you can be with information, the easier and longer you will retain it. Apply these study principles to whatever study reading you have to do. Adjust the techniques to meet your purpose. With a little practice, they'll become second nature, enabling you to study more in less time and to learn it better.
This is the end of side 9. Side 10 is already queued up for your listening.
Lesson 10. For many readers, the bulk of a day's reading is in the Daily Mail, including letters, newspapers, magazines, and reports. Some executives spend as much as 4 hours a day reading. This type of reading often poses the greatest challenge because most of it is composed of short items and they are the most difficult to read quickly. For example, the world's fastest miler can undoubtedly leave you in the dust if he's racing you for a whole mile. But he can't be much faster than you if he's just racing you across the room. In order to gain the most speed in reading, you must use a variety of techniques. With them, most people can significantly cut down the time it takes them to handle even the short items. The savings will be most noticeable when you have a lot of these items to read all at one time. Even if you only have 1 or 2 reports at a time or have a letter or two, every minute adds up quickly. And time is one of the few things that you can't ever replace. It's one of your most precious commodities. First, take a book of your choice and read for 1 minute to establish your beginning rate for this lesson. Turn to a new section of the book and begin reading for good comprehension as fast as you can, pacing with your hand. Ready? Begin.
Okay. Yeah.
Stop, please, and compute your rate. When you have computed it, record it on your...
maxaa tidhi kee sug aan ku imaade he maxaa tidhi he maxaa daartay he aniga waxba ima anigu life baan ku jiraa mana warhaya anigu waxaaga iska waydo dee minaga isku meel joogna I don't know. I have no connection for TV, you know, so you can.
Chart under lesson 10. Turn the cassette off while you're doing the computations.
I don't know why it's wrong. What's wrong?
Now, let's deal with business letters. Our first piece of advice is to handle each piece of paper or letter only once, and whenever possible, write your reply on the letter itself. Some people actually send the letters back with a reply written on it. Others then hand them to their secretaries to answer according to their notes. Don't make the mistake of reading them and making a decision and then rereading them in order to dictate to your secretary. Make the decision the first time through. Next, it's important to be able to decide the priority level of each letter immediately so that you can decide how fully and carefully you'll read it and also what techniques you will use. To decide how important the letter is, Assign relative values using the letters A, B, and C. A would be a letter that should be or must be answered immediately. A B is important, but it can wait a few days. A C can be put off indefinitely or thrown away. Certain letters immediately fall into certain categories. For instance, an order for something your company is selling would most likely be an A. A thank you letter would undoubtedly be a C. Also, most letters trying to sell you something would be C's. Requests for information are usually not so urgent that they couldn't be assigned a B, sometimes a C, depending on the situation. Report letters can be any category, depending on what they are reporting and the urgency of the situation. The values should be assigned as you preview letters. Then put all of the A letters on top, the B's next, and then the C's. When you preview a letter, immediately identify what kind of letter it is, a report, sales pitch, thank you, or whatever. Preview. Make the decision about what to do with it. Then write the decision down and be done with it. If you're not sure, go back and read it more carefully. Always be on the lookout for numbers in the letter. Watch for significant dates, costs, and any other figures that might be important. Now, turn to Lesson 10 in your Reading Dynamics guidebook. Be certain that you have a pencil or a pen handy and that you're ready for the drill. In this drill, you have a lot of letters to make decisions about. You'll have 20 seconds to preview a letter. Then you'll have to identify its type. Next, evaluate it as an A, B, or C letter. Then, if you can make the final decision, do so. If not, you'll be given time to read the letter. Every time you can complete the action with just the preview, you will have saved yourself quite a bit of time. If your guidebook is open to Lesson 10, when the tone sounds, turn the page and begin previewing the letter with your hand. Are you ready? Begin. Stop, please. On the page, first identify the type of letter and then assign it a value. A, if it's very urgent, B, if it's important but it can wait until tomorrow, and C, if it can be put off indefinitely. Last, if you decide at this point what to do with the letter, write that down now. Proceed. Stop, please. Could you make the final decision? If not, go back and read the letter in the next 40 seconds using your hand, of course. If you finished, then wait until the directions are given for the next letter. Ready? Begin. Stop, please. You should have recognized from the preview that this letter is a report and that no answer is necessary. Therefore, it would be a C. You should have been able to make your decision just to file it at that point. At the next tone, turn the page and begin previewing the next letter. Ready? Begin. Stop, please. Identify the type of letter and assign it a priority. Can you answer it yet? Proceed.
I have many different colors, maybe.
Stop.
Yeah.
If you
So
need more reading time,
I
you'll have
use many
another
different
40
color,
seconds. If you're finished, wait until the final tone. Ready? Begin.
I like blue.
Stop, please. Complete making your decision, then check it against the answer at the bottom of the page. Proceed with this, but turn off the cassette first. When you're ready to continue, turn it back on. If you need more reading time, turn off the cassette. Finish reading your letter, make the decision, and check it. Turn the cassette back on before proceeding to the next letter. Now, turn the page, and at the tone, begin previewing the next letter.
What you say?
Stop. If you need more reading time, turn off the cassette as before. If not, turn the page and wait until the tone to begin previewing the next letter. Stop. If you need more reading time to make your decision, turn off the cassette as before. If not, turn the page and wait until the tone to begin previewing the next letter, the final one in our drill. Stop, please, and identify the type of letter
Lucky
and
number,
assign it
yeah.
priority. Can it be answered without reading? Proceed.
Thank you. My lucky number is
Stop. If you need more reading time to make your decision, turn off the cassette as before. This completes this drill.
How many
If you
pieces
wish
here?
additional practice, stop the tape
My
and do a
lucky
few
number
more
will be
letters in a
here.
similar
How
manner,
many
or
pieces
maybe
is
you
here?
want to
I
rest
check
over.
it. You
Next,
know, my lucky
open
number.
your book again to another
try.
new section to take another
You know.
reading rate. When the tone sounds, begin reading as fast as you
Bean
can.
is 1,
Ready? Begin.
2, 3, 4. My lucky number is 4. You know. Huh? My lucky number is 4. I have some beans here, so I count it. Then I choose my lucky number. It does make sense. My lucky number is 4. You know. Maybe but sometimes I like number 5. I always like number 5 because when I started my education, the first number I take was number 5. It was a number 5, so I always like number 5. But just the
Stop, please, and compute your rate. When you have it computed, record it on your progress report chart on the next line for this lesson.
you're talking
Turn the
about.
cassette off while you're doing your computations. Newsletters are a different problem. Each has its own form of organization. And if you read one regularly, you're probably aware of its form.
I finish.
Generally, just overview the whole